Number
No problem.
15, Alan Waddell. Thank you for being patient for the last people who were in the kit. Thank you.
Front and center.
All right, so we have you here on a no valid operator's license. It looks like I'm still showing that it is expired. So what would you like to tell me today about the infraction?
Well, I'd like, Your Honor, if the court pleases, to certify the bond of subrogation, if you please.
Certify the bond of...
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you... Okay. One moment.
Yes.
So what would you like me to have certified?
The bond of subrogation.
What is the bond of subrogation?
You don't know?
Why don't you inform me? Is there a document that you have?
I can have the Justice Department send you one.
For what?
The bond of subrogation.
So, a subrogation agreement,
Subrogation is a bond.
correct?
That's a bond that you place on my name.
I have not placed any bond on your name.
Well, this municipality most likely has.
You are Alan Lee Waddell?
Correct.
Okay. And so there's...
See, when this court is, if you hammer me, all that money in that bond goes to the IMF.
there is no bond. There's an infraction with a fine amount. So if that's what you want to tell me today, we're here for a contested hearing. I haven't heard anything that...
Latches and curs. Are you familiar with the Constitution? Latches and curs, right? I motion to dismiss.
Okay, motion to dismiss on what grounds?
On grounds that you do not know what you're doing. I'm sorry, Your Honor, you're supposed to know the law.
Okay.
Latches and curs.
All right. What legal authority do you have for your motion to dismiss beyond you don't think I know what I'm doing?
That will come from the Justice Department, Your Honor.
All right. Do you were stopped on February 25th, 2026?
According to Eric, the Kelso cop.
Okay.
Is he present? Is Eric present?
Did you subpoena him?
I did, and
did you file proof of service of the subpoena?
Excuse me?
Did you file proof of service of the subpoena?
I did. I filed a notice of liability.
That's not a proof of service.
It's a certified sign. It's a signed affidavit.
What signed affidavit do you?
It's supposed to be in your possession.
I have it.
Okay. Have you read it?
Yes,
It's notarized.
Okay.
It's a notarized affidavit.
Indiana Bill of Rights. None of this is binding on this court.
Those are case law, Supreme Court case law. Standing.
Indiana Article 1 Bill of Rights is not case law.
Well, we're applying it to.
We are not applying Indiana Bill of Rights to Washington.
Your name will appear here.
All right. Mr. Waddell, I have in front of me the officer's narrative indicating that he stopped you on February 25th, 2026, driving a maroon Chrysler PT Cruiser on the northbound 1400 block of South Pacific Avenue with its left and center brake light not functioning, initiated the traverse stop, identified himself verbally as Alan Waddell, stated he left his insurance back at his house and was unable to provide proof of insurance. The check of his DOL showed that it expired September 22nd, 2022. The photograph on Waddell's deal well. Record matched the driver, confirming his identity, and he issued the infraction. And you were warned about not having insurance and not having brake lights active. All right.
I informed
At this point, the court has heard the defendant's repeated references to a so-called bond of subrogation and other legal theories, but the judge remains focused on the actual issue before the court, whether the defendant was operating a vehicle without a valid license. If you're enjoying this courtroom breakdown, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.
the officer, Your Honor, at the time that there is no contract. The contract, the license, which is a contract, has expired almost 5 years ago.
Yet you were driving.
There is no contract.
You were driving on a public road. Okay. I'm going to find the infraction committed
no
at the
bearing
full
on it.
amount of $564. You will have 60 days to either pay in full or set up a payment plan.
I will sub this, and
What was that?
I will have to recommend it. I must recuse you, Your
Okay, you
Honor.
can file that with the, you
At this
can
point in
make a
time.
motion, but I've made my ruling at this point.
I'm motioning for a mistrial, and I'm going to recuse you.
Okay, I'm
From this case.
denying those motions as they are not timely nor relevant at this point.
Under the
So your infraction
Constitution-
has been committed. If you would like to file motions to
You are
appeal
in direct
this,
violation
go
of the
ahead.
constitutional rights, Your Honor.
All right,
You
Mr.
are
Waddell, that'll
moving-
be all for today.
Yeah, guys didn't even still sitting on that other date.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you back here on the 29th of May, sir.
Thank you.
Prince Pugh, would you please start a record?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. This is State of Indiana versus Prince Pugh. The cause number is 64D012305, ISO F54448. Defendant is present in court in person by video conferencing, is here with counsel, Mr. Steve Provost, State of Indiana by Gary Gurman.
I think it's an F6 though. That's just a typo. It's definitely 2305 F64448. Morning, Mr. Pugh. Can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Provost?
Your Honor, I don't have anything new to report to the court. I haven't been able to see Mr. Pugh since he was rearrested on this matter. However, I have reviewed the pleadings that Mr. Pugh has filed, and I guess I'm looking to get some clarification from the court and Mr. Pugh as to my office's involvement in this matter, Your Honor. From what I've read, it appears Mr. Pugh is desirous of representing himself in this matter and has filed his own pleadings in accordance with that desire. But I want to be clear if in fact that is what he wants and if my office should be withdrawing from this case.
Well, what happened was I entered an order striking some pleadings back in November. There were some more pleadings that were filed. I struck those in last week. And then there were some more pleadings filed, and I have a motion, or an order rather, that strikes those. But while it was in the work queue, some more motions came in. So I needed to work on the order to strike the additional pleadings that came in. We don't allow for hybrid representation in this court, Mr. Pugh. So I've appointed counsel for you, and you need to file anything that would come to the court has to come through counsel. You can't file things on your own, sir. You understand that?
No, I do not understand that.
Okay, well, that's how it is. So anything you need to file has to come from your lawyer. And if it doesn't come from your lawyer, I will strike it from the record because we don't allow what we call hybrid representation. Okay.
I object.
Okay, we'll note your objection for the record, sir.
Your Honor, do we need to have any discussion with Mr. Pugh on whether he wants to proceed pro se?
I don't have a motion from him to proceed on his own and without counsel.
May I ask, I understand you're not going to address it today, Your Honor, but just so I'm clear.
I mean, he hasn't filed that motion.
Yes, I filed a motion for a special appearance.
Yeah, that's meaningless to me, sir. And I struck that from the record, so it's of no moment.
Indeed, I object.
Noted. So I'm just going to set you over, Mr. Purple. Is that what you need?
Yes, sir.
Some more time?
Yes.
My Honor, Are you aware that the respondent is a national citizen to the United States of America Republic, which is a sovereign government that has its own jurisdiction? Is the court aware of that?
Mr. Pugh, I'm going to set your case over for a few weeks to June the 12th at 8:30. I'll have you back June the 12th at 8:30, and we'll see you back here then.
I object.
Noted.
This courtroom session featured two separate proceedings, both involving individuals attempting to challenge the court's authority through unconventional legal arguments rather than addressing the legal issues directly before the judge. In the first case, Alan Waddell appeared in court on an infraction for operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license. Throughout the hearing, he repeatedly referenced a bond of subrogation, claimed that a bond existed in his name, and suggested that court fines somehow benefited international financial institutions. The judge repeatedly asked for legal authority, supporting documents, or relevant evidence connecting those claims to the traffic infraction. However, none was provided. The court instead focused on the officer's report, which documented that Waddell had been stopped while driving a vehicle, that his driver's license had expired in September 2022, and that he was unable to provide proof of insurance during the stop. After reviewing the evidence, the judge found the infraction committed and imposed the full fine amount of $564. When the defendant attempted additional motions, including requests for recusal and a mistrial after the ruling had already been entered, the judge denied those motions as untimely and irrelevant to the matter before the court. The second case involved Prince Pugh, who had filed multiple documents on his own despite being represented by counsel. The judge explained that the court does not allow what is known as hybrid representation, meaning a defendant cannot simultaneously act as their own attorney while also having appointed counsel. The court struck the defendant's filings and instructed that any future submissions must come through his lawyer. When the defendant raised sovereign citizen-style jurisdictional arguments and claimed affiliation with a separate governmental authority, the judge declined to engage those claims and simply scheduled the matter for a future hearing. Overall, both proceedings demonstrated a common courtroom reality. Judges rely on applicable law, evidence, and proper legal procedure rather than unsupported theories or jurisdictional challenges. The courts maintained focus on the legal issues at hand and issued rulings accordingly. If you enjoyed this courtroom breakdown, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.